What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. In today's video, I'm going to cover the stock accounts, the crypto accounts, as well as the moves that I made today. If you guys could smash the like, that would be greatly appreciated, as well as make sure you're subscribed so you never miss any updates. Anything that I do, whether I buy or sell stocks or crypto, I always make sure to make a video on it so you guys can follow along this journey with me. All right, so today we're up $2,800 for a 1% move on the overall account, which is a nice move. These are the holdings from largest to smallest. For today's movers, we got Tesla up 1%, Microsoft down 1%, CrowdStrike down 2%, Enphase up 2%, Shopify with a nice move up 8%. I believe that was on an analyst upgrade. We got Meta down 1.2, and we got Riot with another monster move of almost 11%. Cash is now sitting at $3,500. No moves in this particular stock account today. I did make some moves in the Robinhood. Really, the only thing notable is that with today's Shopify nice 8% move, we now only have one stock that's in the red in this portfolio, and it's only one green day away. If you follow Enphase at all, you know a 5% move can be pretty much nothing for Enphase. So Shopify, we're now in the green. Hopefully we can stay there this time. Riot, we're now up almost 40%. That's pretty much as good as you can get as far as buying the dip. A little bit of luck, but definitely got rewarded for go ahead and taking that risk and buying the dip. So happy with that account. As far as the moves I made today, let's go to the little Robinhood account. This account is now sitting at $11,700. Buying power on this, pretty much all cash. 7,800 of individual cash. All right, so you'll notice we added some spreads today. Actually, only one. Still just getting my feet wet a little bit with spreads. I understand how they work. I understand the mechanics, but you never just want to just jump into something all in. I think this is a really good trade. So I went ahead and did a Meta 470, 465 put credit spread. So did this about 30 minutes ago. We're up 2% on it. So basically, I'll show you guys a picture. So this is the chart I was looking at for Meta. So we obviously have several gaps. We have a gap up here. We have a gap down right here. I put on the 50 MA as well as the 200 MA, and then those green lines are the Keltner channels. So what I used to help me select strike prices on this particular spread was, number one, we just broke through the 50-day moving average. So big companies such as Meta tend to at least find short-term support around that 50-day, which is kind of all you want when you're making short-term trades. Number two, I noticed that at the bottom of this Keltner channel, which is 477, we're also near this nice sideways trading range of about 470. So I used those three things to select my strike prices, and so my break even on this trade is 468. So I would actually be able to break that nice line of support and still break even. This trade, I really like the risk reward. This is kind of what I was talking about when we did the Wheelers episode. So my max profit on this trade is $180, and my max loss is $320. So I love that risk reward ratio there. I still have about 20,000 worth of shares of Meta, and so this will help basically mitigate any continued move to the upside that I might be missing out on because I don't have as many shares as I would want to. So the way I would handle this would be I feel pretty comfortable at these levels. I'll probably hold this one maybe till 75%, if not hold till expiration. I'm not going to turn this into a regular put or anything like that. I'm comfortable just taking the max loss, if that's what it comes down to. Or if it breaches your break even, that doesn't mean you need to ride it to max loss. You can close for a smaller loss than max, so that would be something to look at as well. So max profit 180, max loss 320. So happy with that one. Other moves that I'm gonna make today. So this is actually prior to the close. I'm trying to get these videos out a little bit earlier, so I'm recording a little bit prior to the close. I'm planning on doing some Celsius cash secured puts today as well. So that'll be in tomorrow's update. SoFi is up nicely again today. So now that's just how fast these things can turn around. So these leaps are now up 15%. Not selling any calls on those yet. So those are looking good. Anything else in this account? We do have the BitX. BitX is now up 7.7%. So really nice up move on that. Really going according to plan. I might actually add another 25 shares, and then maybe go ahead and sell some calls in the near future. So we'll see on that. Really don't have any stocks on my radar anymore at this point. Everything is kind of moving up. Nike still is attractive at these levels. SoFi still attractive, and PayPal still attractive at these levels. But crypto is now kind of coming out of its funk. And everything else on the watch list is pretty much already where I want it to be. So looking at the current options, all we really have on that could be expiring soon, possibly this 33 put on DraftKings is now up 43%, but the price is still in the middle of my strangle, so I'm not going to mess with that yet. What else? We got Palantir, which we're still down on. Riot, we just hit 40% on the shares. Shopify, our 67 call is now in the money, so I'm gonna have to start looking at some mitigation techniques on that. What else? And then Tesla, I got to keep an eye on this strangle as well, but not going to be messing with that one yet either. So I don't really have actually too many options on right now. As I was explaining in the Wheelers episode, I'm more focused on appreciation of this portfolio. So I'm going to be much more selective in picking my entries for selling options, as cash flow is not something that I need to live off of yet from this portfolio. So it's not my main focus. Otherwise, I'd be selling some covered calls on these Riot shares right now, but I'm not. So that's also something I wanted to mention. I repeat, not selling calls on Riot. All right. Lastly, looking at the crypto portfolio. We're now at 104,000, which is an all-time high for this portfolio. Not too much different from yesterday's update with this one. I did see, going back to the Robinhood, all these brokers basically use a different metric as to how they keep track of their daily P&Ls. So this one, I believe, restarts at 12, at midnight. That's why you look at this one. It'll be different than what you would see on the other app, the CoinMarketCap app. So as we can see right now, Bitcoin right this moment is actually turning positive. Solana is nicely up another 2.6. I don't actually have any XRP down the bottom. It's just something I've been keeping track of. And then Cardano is down 2.5. So if we go back to this one, see how everything is different. This is showing Bitcoin up 2% instead of up 0.28%. So the metric is different. This is literally 24 hours. So basically 3 p.m. yesterday to 3 p.m. today. I believe that's how this particular app does their calculations. So it's a little bit different, but just nothing to do with this portfolio yet. Not really sure whether to believe this current rally or not, but it doesn't show any signs of slowing at this point. So not taking any profits for sure. Don't really have too much cash to deploy. So I've got basically 10K left of cash. 7 of that being in this portfolio. There we go, 7,800 of cash in this portfolio, and then the $3,000 worth of cash in the big portfolio. So you know, if I want to make any moves, I'm going to have to either, you know, pick up some overtime or possibly sell some of these that I'm up a lot on, some of these current plays. The only thing I can really think of selling would be maybe some Microsoft, and maybe some Enphase. So keep a lookout for that. I don't mind taking a small loss on Enphase. I wouldn't sell the whole position, so I wouldn't be taking a full $2,000 loss. If you look here, I'm down 5% of $2,000. So maybe sell, you know, 10% of the position, raise cash in order to buy more crypto, and things like that. So that's today's update, guys. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care and God bless.